Hi, I'm Kathy from Wicked Lady Chains, and today I'm going to show you how to do half Persian 3 sheet 6 in 1. An aspect ratio of 5 or above works well for this. And this is basically a wide sheet form of Great Southern Gathering. So you need to start off with a piece of left leaning half Persian 3 in 1. Okay, so all the little eyes are leaning over towards the left. Topmost rings will be leaning to the left. And when you turn over your half Persian 3 in 1, you've got a very distinct V valley. Okay, if I show you the rings from this angle, you can see that they all naturally form little eyes. Okay, and those eyes are what we're going to be working with. We're either going to be going around the eye, or we're going to go directly through it. Okay, so it doesn't matter which way you have this, provided it's left leaning, the rings will always stack in the same way. Okay, so to begin, we're going to go straight down through the very first eye. I'm going to work on the gold side here, okay, just because I think it might show up the blue a little bit better, but it's entirely up to you. So the first eye created by the gold, we're going to go straight down through there, and we're going to close our ring. Okay, now this can get a bit messy to begin with. All your rings seem to fall out of place, but just tap them around and they go back into place. So that's how we're looking so far. Okay, turn it back to the side. So the next ring now is going to go through the very first ring, the bottom ring, around the eye that the last one went through. So we're going to go around there, and we're going to catch the next two rings behind, going straight through the eye. Okay, so that's the second ring in place. If I turn it around so you can look. Okay, turn it around, next one. So it's all about layering. As you can see, just mimic the other row. The bottom one, next one goes on top, next one goes on top, next one goes on top. We're doing the same thing. Bottom one, next one goes on top. So this one is going to lay on top of that second ring. So we need to come in front. Okay, and grab those two rings there, going straight through the eye. So I'm going to show you that now. Alright, so that ring has gone around and straight down through the eye there. And the last ring, now we don't have an eye to go through this time, so we simply go inside of that last ring. Okay, so you come up in front, again it's all about stacking, and straight through the end ring. Right, now you've added your first row of rings. Okay, when you look at it, the last rings you added will be sort of pointed downwards. Turn it over, and now we're going to start again. Only this time, if you have a look at your weave, okay, you'll notice that we're mimicking these middle ones now. Okay, because we've mimicked the red ones, the blue and the red are the same. Now we're going to mimic those gold, but the bottommost one is up that end this time instead of down here. So we're going to work from that end down. Okay, so if I put it like that so you can see. Alright, because we want our top our bottommost ring to be at the bottom. So the bottommost of the gold is at the bottom there, so we need to start on this side. So I grab gold again, so we're starting on that end now, on the right hand side, and we're going to go straight through the eye. Okay, and then we're going to flip it back, so lay it flat. So if I turn that round to show you, that's how the first one looks. Turn it back. Remember, we're working on these bottom rings now that jut out. So the next ring needs to lay on top of that one. Okay, so we're going to go up through the eye and then down in front of that. through the eye, okay, and slide it down in front of the other one, okay, so it's layered. I'll show you that. If I turn it around, you can see the pattern starting to take effect now, okay. So the next one, come up straight through the eye, formed by the blue. So we've used that eye, so we go down to this one, through the eye, and through the top, layering on top of the one before, and close. So notice how we look now. So we don't have an eye to go through this time. Okay, so what we do is go up inside the ring. If you're ever in doubt, look at the row above, which will show you that gold there is going through the inside ring. We know we're going through the inside ring by here as well. So we don't have an eye, so we just come up inside the ring and we go around the eye above. Again, we've finished our row and they're sort of pointing downwards. If you turn it around, so it's like an L shape, yeah, and they're jutting up now. They're the ones we're working on now. Okay, so we worked from right to left. We went from that side over last time. Now we're coming from that side back. Okay, so if I grab red again, same as before, straight down through the eye. Lay it down flat. Next one, in front of the bottom one, like in GSG, around the eye and down through the next eye. And again, up in front of the previous ring, find the next eye and go through it. The next one, we don't have an eye to go through next time, so we will go down inside the ring. So you go in front of the previous one, around the eye and straight through the end ring. Okay, the rings we've added are pointing down, turn it over, so we now got our stairs here and it looks like they're stepping down. So this bottom row are what we're working on next. Now we started from left over to right last time. This outermost ring will tell you where you started next. If it is pointing out this side, okay, then you need to start your next row coming back. Okay, so now we're going to come in from the opposite side. Our first ring is going to come straight up through the eye, and just lay it flat. Next one will come up, through the eye and lay it down in front of the other one. I'm running out of rings. The next one will come up through the eye and layer on top of the next one. The next one, we don't have an eye to come up through, so we'll go inside the last ring and just come down around the next eye. So notice how it's always through an eye, around an eye. Okay, the rings you just added are pointing down, turn them over, so that you've got your L shape or your stairs again. So when they're jutting out like that, sticking up, those are the ones you're adding on. They need to be pointing upwards, okay? So we work from right to left. This one, if you take a close look, this one is inside a ring. This one is hanging loose, okay? That's the side we want to go to next. Always to the side that's hanging loose. So our next row, let me use up some of these gold, I think. Again, through the eye and let it drop. Another one. Now we're going to go around in front of that, around that eye that we used last time, and straight down through the next eye. So can you see that? See the next eye up? There behind my finger. Straight through there. And another ring in front of the previous, okay, around that eye and down through the next eye. And the last ring, we don't have an eye to go through, so we will go inside the ring. Okay, so up in front, around that eye and inside that last ring. Yeah, right, the rings on the end are pointing down. We need them pointing up, so turn it over. So the rings are jutting out now. Okay, that ring is the loose ring. That one is inside the blue, but this one isn't. Notice it's loose, so that's the side we work from now. Okay, so we come in from that way back down now. Same thing again, through the eye. Alright, only this time, instead of dropping it down because there's nowhere for it to go, it just goes back. And the next ring will come up through the next eye by here. Okay, and layer on top of the previous ring, going around that eye. Grab another one, up through the eye, and then slide in on top of the previous ring there. And the last one, we don't have an eye to go through, so we go inside the last ring and just around the eye above. Okay, that's our weave is pointing down, we want it pointing up. Yeah, we always want these end rings pointing upwards. If we look at our weave now, this is the loose end because that one is inside the gold there. Yeah, but this one is hanging loose. That's the side we start from next. So with your rings pointing up, go through the loose ring. Okay, so we're going to go through the eye as always, through the eye, and let it drop down. Next one, we're going to go in front of the previous one, around the eye that the last one went through. We're going to go around that, and we're going to go up and go through the next eye. Okay, so whenever you're looking at this, look where the next eye is. In this case, we've used that one. Yeah, so now our next ring is going to come through, and it's going to go through that eye there. Okay, so up in front of the previous ring, come to the side and through the eye directly above. And each ring, up to the side of the first one in front of it, and up through the next eye. And again up to the front. We don't have another eye to go through up there, so we go inside that last ring. Okay, and that's it. That's literally all there is to it. So for our next row, currently our rings are pointing down. See, they flop. These last ones are flopping down. We would turn it over so that they're jutting out. Yeah. And we work through these. So the first one would go through that first eye and drop down, and so on. Or in this case, sorry, it would be going through this one, because this is the loose ring. See, it doesn't go inside that last ring there, it hangs around the outside. So you come through the last eye, and drop it back through the eye below, yeah, and slide in above the last one you added. So you're going through the eye, around the eye, through the eye, and around that eye there. And again, we don't have an eye down here, so we just come through the inside of the ring and go around the eye above, sliding on top of the previous ring. So you've always got your stacking. Those rings would be pointing down, we would turn it around so they're jutting out. Okay, so you've got that V and they're pointing up or out. And then you would start on those rings. This is the loose ring, it's not inside any other. See, that one is inside that gold. So we know we stay away from that side. We're going on the loose end by here, this very loose ring. So once more, through the eye, let it drop, around that first eye and down through the next one. Around that eye, down through the next one. And there's no final eye because that's where our chain ends. So we go around the eye and down through the inside of the ring. And that is HP3 sheet 6 in 1.